I'm 10, your host, obviously.
Hello there, and welcome to my channel. Today's video is actually going to be filmed on a brand new camera I received for Christmas. I'm actually really excited by this, and I can't wait to see how the video turns out. So without further ado, let's take a look at some of the cool stuff that I have. Today's video, I'm going to be looking at some figurines, not that I got, but my son actually received for Christmas. They're called Alphabot Corpse, and it's by Joinin, Joyin, and it's all 26 letters of the English alphabet. We have everything from A to Z, if I can find it. I have them in a box behind me, so I'm just literally Z. But that's not the only cool feature. Each of these guys, I don't know how well you can see it. My light really, it's the same light source. I gotta see if I can mount a light onto this. Each one of these guys, I'm going to show you in real time, becomes a separate robot. And that's not the only cool feature about them. All these robots combine together to form different robots of their own. I think it's A through I form one robot, J through Q form another robot, and then finally R through Z form the last robot. Zoom out so you can see all of them. That's A and B, C, D, yep, E, F, G, still trying to figure out some of these things. There we go. H, some of them are a little bit stiff, and I. Let's just take a look at these are the A through I. You can see each one is a very unique looking droid. I think H is actually the most unique because it's the only one I've seen where the hands pop in and out like that. But if you give me a second, I'm going to put them back into their letter forms and transform them into their giant mode. Alright, now that I got them back in their forms, their letter forms, we can start transforming them into their big robot form. We're going to start off with a G. I'm going to take and flip out his head like so, revealing a hole there, and take out his two little arms to the side like so. Actually going to flip him this way. As you can see, there's 2 more spots here. And that's the start of the figure. The next figure we're going to take is the C here. And we're going to turn him into the lower torso for this. That's my phone going off, and I apologize. We're going to see how there's a peg right there? We're going to flip these down, putting up the peg, and then we're going to take his hands and flip them into the bottom part. Then we're going to fit just like that. Sorry. So that's the start. We're going to take next the A, and we're going to flip out these little pegs here and turn them down. And these are going to peg in here. And yes, sometimes that will fall. You just got to be careful with these. These are a little bit frail. Okay. To form the legs, we're going to take H and D. As you can see, there's little pegs here and holes here. We're just going to slot them together. And then you can see there's a hole here in which that is just going to simply slot in. Okay. We're going to take the E and the B and do the same to form the other leg. They're going to slot together. And as I said, it falls out easily. Now, the arms are simple. It's just literally the eye. You're going to take it and peg it here. As you can see, that goes there. You can also, if you're interested, you can also kind of peg it like that, but I think that kind of looks weird. You can peg it like that, and then the F pegs all the way in. And now you have, I like to call him G-Bot. Zoom out just a little bit. I have that feature now. And that's the first of the large robots. Okay, I'm going to show you the next set. 1 second. Let me set it up. Here we have J through Q. And again, I'm going to show you their robot forms. Here's J. He's actually pretty easy. Flip it, and just take and reveal his face. There's 1. Here's K. Very similar to E's. L. He's very similar to J, except for his arms flip out like that. I actually kind of like this one. Here's M. It's the one that is just a little tight. Oop. Here's N. Gonna flip down. Like I said, some of the joints are a little loose or tight depending on which robot. There's N. O. I think I messed up a little bit. There we go. P. Rotate, and then just And finally Q. There we go. Alright. That's the J through Q. They're going to form the Qbot. So if you give me a second, I'm going to turn them back into their letter forms and then start. Alright, so I already started off with Q. I'll did it off screen to make sure I can get it right. Basically, you take Q, you're going to flip this part, flip up his head, and then take these two little arms and stick them out. That is the upper part of the robot. Next, you're going to take O, and you can see a little peg right there. You're going to flip that out. You're going to flip these, such as this, and then you're going to take these two, what are his arms, and flip them down to form the pegs for the legs. And, oh no! Don't drop Q, obviously. And they are very... Yeah, the peg likes to push down a little bit, but with enough little thing, you can get it. I like putting those up a little bit to make it look more even. But here's your start. To form the legs, you're going to take the K and the M. And again, you can see the pegs and the receiving point. And slot these two together to form the leg, and there's the hole. Okay. You're going to take N and P to do the same. And when I first did this, I couldn't figure out how to get it. But trying to remember. Was it? Yeah. It goes like that. Sorry. So N needs to go on its side. And there's the slot. And that goes like that. Now the arms actually look far better, in my opinion, on these guys than it does on the other. Again, be careful with the pegs. They like to pop in a little bit. And that joint, the peg there, is a little tight, as you can see. But it gets in there pretty nicely. And you have Qbot. He's actually a really nice looking robot. He unfortunately leans a little bit because not all of them are fully even. Alright, I'm going to set up for the final one. This is the R through Z. Alright, so here we have R through Z, and they like to form what I call the X-Bot, because he's the basis. Alright, so we're going to transform, starting with R. I'm going to take out his arms, and make sure you can flip it, because that can hit each other. And here's R. Oh, never mind. It's is it Xbox or R box? No, it's Xbox. Xbot. So here's S. He's a little bit different. You fold, and then you flip down the feet, and then fold out his arms. T for 10 is pretty simple. Flip down, turn, flip, flip, and pop open his head. I actually think he's cool looking. Okay, U. And V, I've had some difficulty with. The head doesn't want to pull out all the way. So you want to get like a little latch so you can try to get your nail under there. It's very tight. His arms, and there's V. W is pretty easy. Pull down the legs. Flip up his head. And there. I like how they actually pay attention to like giving them all the eyes and all that, and just making each and every single one of them very unique in their own way. I mean, sure, the mechanisms on some of them are the same, but they all wind up looking very different each and every time. Y. I mean, like I said, Y and V look similar, but the head sculpt is different each time. So they all still look quite different. There we go. You want to turn his arms this way, and voila. Here are the 9 robots. I keep wanting to saying droids because, like I said, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. But here are the 9 robots that will make up the X-Bot. So give me a second. I'm going to turn them back into their letter forms, and we'll figure out the robot mode. Alright, so we're going to start with the X to form the head. And this one is fairly easy. You flip his legs, flip his head halfway, and then take out his arms, and that's going to form the basis. The next one is the W. What we're going to do is flip his legs like so. Take his arms and flip them fully down. And we're going to set him aside because he attaches differently. We take the V, and as you can see, there's a hole here and 2 pegs. These 2 pegs slot in to the front of the X here. There, like so. And then this little peg here slots in there. And that forms the main body. The limbs are, the legs, sorry, not limbs, are YZ. And they just fit together like so. And you can see the hole there. And R and U fit together. Like so. And again, like I said, they're tight in some places, loose in others. And then for the S, you're going to want to flip these around. So he's got some, like what looks to be a claw. And that will attach there. And the T, again, loose in some areas, will attach there. And here you have the X-Bot. You know, honestly, they're not too bad. All 3 of them. Unfortunately, they are stiff, kind of like the Megazords you would find for Power Rangers. They have some posability depending on, like, you can push his arm back a little bit on the thing, but they have like almost no leg posability. But you know, honestly, they're kind of cute, and to be fair, I like the fact that my son has them because it makes him really excited about learning how to do the alphabet. He now knows his A through Z's, and he has robot superheroes to help him solve how to make the alphabet work for him. But these are the Alphabots, again, by Joyan, and I think you can find them on like Amazon or eBay or even Wish. I know there's another set that does not combine together. This particular one does happen to combine together, and I love it for that. But until then, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time on 10E Productions.